Welcome once again, everyone, to this free workshop on Claude Cowork. Let me share my screen. And Maitri, please switch on the recording.
Yes, it's already on.
Yeah, thank you. All right. I hope my screen is visible to everyone.
Yes.
So this is the workshop, free workshop we are running for Claude Cowork for marketing team. How you can automate some of your SEO, GEO processes, and leverage the data and insights to deliver faster and higher quality results, right? And this is a live. When we say live, it's a live workshop, and we are going to show you real life scenarios in this workshop, which you can automate using Claude Cowork. It's not just about writing prompts. That's what you will see as part of the workshop. It's not just writing prompts, right? A lot of other inputs which goes into it, and a lot of process which has to be established to get the right output. So that's what we'll see in next 30 to 40 minutes as we go along the workshop. And my name is Ajay Batra, and I'm the SEO lead at LeadWalnut, driving this AI transformation, the way the whole SEO, GEO is shifting, and AI is really changing the whole landscape, the way we look at the output and deliverables. So we practice a lot at LeadWalnut, what we are going to show you today. All right. So here is the agenda for the next, I hope not to take full 90 minutes, but next at least 30-40 minutes. So we will just set the context about Claude Cowork, and then we will look at the agent building framework, right? That's very important to understand while we do a lot of automation. If you have the right foundation for those agents, then you ensure that the quality of the output is great. While it gives you speed, but unless it gives you the right quality, that speed doesn't help. So defining and establishing a right framework, any agent you build, is very important. So I thought it would be good to touch upon that, show you while we show you the use cases, right? So that's what we will spend some time on that. Then we will go through 3 live use cases which we have identified here. The first one is around content coverage. Second, how do you ensure, how do you run a query, a content gap analysis at any category, right? Or any topic within your services, within your business, right? And second will be around quarterly business review decks. This is all marketing people have to do with their clients, with their leadership teams and all that. And we spend hours and days together to create that, right? So we'll see how in an hour or within hours you can create this deck, right? And not weeks or days. And then also a very interesting, very interesting use case what we have picked here is we all do team meetings. All of us, twice a week, once a week. There are teams in every company. Some are cross-functional as well, and we conduct meetings. Now, how do we know those meetings are really delivering the results what we wanted? Are we as a team really learning from that? Are we discussing the right things in those teams, right? How are the teams participating in that? We can do get a lot of insights with a clear objective of improving the process. That's the objective. So this is something which we ignore it, right? We just keep running meetings, right? All of us, right? So that we'll see that how it can help to get some insights and improve the overall process. And part of that, in between, we'll have some polls and live question and answers, which will encourage all of you to participate. So we all will get better insights with this fully. And finally, we'll close with the takeaways. We'll close the session and feedback session and so on. And yeah, there'll be, definitely towards the end, there is some, surprise is there. So I again encourage everybody to, stay till the end as much as possible. And any questions, please, in between, please keep writing, on the chat, please, letting us know. And preferably if you can write your name also, so that when we capture, I mean, of course, your name is always there, but future also good for us to understand. And so we'll answer that towards the end of the session. We'll pick up those questions, as many we can take within the time. We will answer those questions, right? So that's the kind of how next, at least 30, 40, 40, 50 minutes are going to look like, right? So let's get straight away, dive into the how Claude Cowork we can leverage to improve our process. Okay, first poll coming up here. Before we start, where are you on the AI journey in your company? Okay, so I think the poll is live. Please go to the, yeah, there's a new poll here. You can see here. Yeah, please go, and I will ask everybody to please respond to that. All right. Great, we're getting some answers. Please, others also. Yeah, I think this is what we see as people use on day-to-day basis, this chatbot and all that for their daily work. All of us use that, so that is what is showing. And some people are also power users. That's great to see that. But yeah, I think I see, yeah, people are on various stages of the journey of transforming their processes and leveraging AI, which is great to see that. Thank you. All right, we'll come back to the session. All right, so AI tools, what we are talking here is Claude Cowork, right? It's not just a chatbot. I mean, today, most of us, as we start, we have started using it as a chatbot, just to give some simple query, get the output and all that, right? But this Claude Cowork is far more intelligent. It is your smart assistant, you call it, or a teammate, you call it, right? Who has 10x power than you, actually. It is given to in your hands, right? Now, here the challenge is, that's what people I keep hearing, AI is hallucinating, AI is not giving right output. That's what kind of a lot of complaints keep coming. Now, problem is not with the tools or AI. I don't see there's a problem there. Tool will do its job, whatever it has to be done, right? And important here is what you ask, that's what you get, right? So how smart your question is, how guardrails you have put it, that's what the answer you will get. So you have to be, now AI cannot replace a human being. We are not there still, maybe another 5 years. That's where we are heading to, 10 years possible, right? So human expertise is needed here. That's very, very critical. It may be depending on, based on the process, 10%, 20%, 30, 40, whatever it is, but that percentage is very critical in the whole process, human expertise, right? So we can't blame tools, right? Tools will do their job, but you have to make sure what you want, give the right inputs, extract it, apply your own expertise, and improve the process. So that's how it should work. Anyways, coming back here, so as I said, it's a very smart tool. It's not prompt. Why we are saying it's not prompt? You can see on the right side what all it can do. A simple prompt cannot do that, right? It can read your files, PDFs, decks, CSV, meeting notes, YouTubes, anything, any unstructured data it can read. It can plug into any of your internal external systems, GA4, GSC, HFF, Bright Edge. It can go up to Microsoft Clarity, Hotjar, any CMS system you have, any system you have, you can plug into that, right? It can do multiple steps, right? You say after one step, do this, after this, do this, do this. Prompt is difficult to run such kind of query. Agents can do that. They can run multiple flows together, It can schedule tasks for you, right? Some repeated task, we'll show you something, how it can schedule it. It can help you create reusable skills and workflows, which everybody team can use it. So once created, every member in your team can use it. So it's not that I am working like chatbot prompt, I am using it every time. There's a skill or a workflow created, which everybody can use it. So it is far more complex than your simple prompts, and far more intelligence has been built into that, right? So that's what we are trying to say here, right? So it's just simple prompt, right? It's a very smart, intelligent assistant or a teammate with you, right? So there is some other toolkit it comes with, Claude Cowork, which we will talk about that. Something is, we'll show you what dispatch means, schedule, skills. I mean, schedule is very clear. You can schedule tasks. Some reports can run continuously. Skills are, it's nothing but capabilities. You can build the workflows, which you can build, which reusable. Templates are nothing but some templates are already available, which, like you say, I want to do competition analysis. It will give you some template on that. You can modify it to based on your, you say, I want to do, let's say, keyword analysis. It will give you some template to do that, but you can change it. So it helps you to get started. Dispatch is very interesting, which I will run a use case and then explain you how the dispatch works as we go further. As we said, we have already covered this, not spending too much time on this. You can see ecosystem, the way it covers much more than that actually. GA4, Ahrefs, Sheets, Excel, Writer, Gmail, CML. I mean, it just connect to everything, yeah, right? Which we have just seen earlier also. Yeah. So it's not simply, as we are saying, chatting with AI, it's working with AI, right? Multi-step workflows, read and write your file, connect, schedule, all that, right? Whereas chat, you can see here, there are limitations. When you simply chat or give a prompt, there are a lot of limitations are there, right? So this is far more smarter than that. And and everybody in the marketing team can benefit from this, right? Any use case you can apply, different use cases you can apply based on your role. What are you looking at? Whether you're a content specialist, whether you're an SEO analyst, whether you're a manager, or you're at a leadership role, right? What exactly is your use case, or what is your day-to-day activities? You need insights, data at your level. It can help each and everyone. That's the beauty of this tool, Claude Cowork. Right. Moving on. Okay, we're coming with next poll now here. So we want to know from all of you, what eats the most time on your team each week, where the maximum time goes. And there are 4 options given here. Let's go back and we'll take the poll. Yeah. What eats most time? Pulling, cleaning data from your tools, GA4, GSC, building reports and decks, content briefs and gap research, chasing people for status. Yeah. Right. Yeah, very obvious 1, 2 are building reports, decks, and chasing people, because we're all dependent on, we're working in a cross-functional team. We have to keep chasing. Everybody works at their own speed and all that. So that really sometimes slow down the whole process and even the quality sometimes, right? So that is a very important thing. And other is, yes, we all have to report and we have to build reports, decks for our clients or for our internal reviews and all that. So obviously those 2 are the main use cases, and that's exactly this Claude Cowork fits in and can help you eliminate almost 80-90% of dependencies. Right? Great, thank you. This is good to know that. Moving on. So yeah, now coming back, as we said, now let's talk about these agents, right? And at LeadWalnut, we have built agents across the SEO whole funnel. Whole funnel. When I say SEO or geo, whatever you call it, right? It means starting from your topic, keyword research, to how do you do conversion analysis, how do you do complete analytics, and inside the complete flow of writing content, optimizing it, identifying backlinks, audits, conversion analysis, competition analysis. So the full end-to-end funnel, we have created the agents, which can talk to each other, right? But very important, what we have done is the human expertise which has gone into it, and every time we have a checkpoints everywhere to make sure we get the output desired out. So before I show you one agent in live now, before I go, I want to just spend some time this framework I want to talk. So because if you build at your end, this become very critical. You may have your own process, but just see if it aligns with some of our thought process. So when you build any agent, right, this agent, what I'm going to show you is talk about content coverage analysis. Content coverage, or you call gap analysis. We want to know in any of our business service or any of our business category or service, what is the content gap on our website? That's our objective. How do you start this now? You can write a prompt, a simple prompt, but that's not going to give you what desired. So what you do, as I always advocate with the team, define what output you want. So do a research, and you should know what is output expected. If that clarity is not there, your process is not going to work. You should know exactly this is the output I want. Correct? If that clarity is there, that is what my client wants, this is what I want, this is what give us the insights. So here, we have given certain performance snapshot, funnel distribution analysis, existing content inventory, competition landscape, all that. So we have defined very clearly what do I want. Now I go back and say what process or guardrails I need to run, from where to fetch this data. All that I define in my process checklist, right? Because I've defined now, but I can't leave it to AI to just do the job. Where to go, where to fetch data, where to apply some guardrails, right? Guardrails, when I say when it will pick up the keywords, pick up 10 top of the funnel keywords, pick up 10, that the guardrails I have to apply. What do I want? Pick up this, do that. I also want to categorize into tofu, mofu, bofu. Not only that, I also want to see LLM optimization posts, any content missing from LLM side, and so on. So that is where what you want and what's your processes should be defined in the process checklist. Now to run this process, what inputs do you need from the user? What input shall I give? Basic inputs, right? So that this process runs smoothly and gives me the output I want. So you should, here it is asking for content coverage, give your website URL, each category. Like, let's say we are in cybersecurity space. We say firewall. Firewall is my big category. I want to analyze content gap analysis. Something like that in your business, whatever is our different service lines are there, you can decide. Because you are doing a gap analysis, do you want to identify your competitors? Who are your key competitors to look at? Right? So they may be ahead of you sometimes. They must have done a good job. So these are some inputs, right? Any assets, we always say any assets. Now, anything you have built over a period of time which you think can be helpful for this analysis, you can attach that. Because that will help you to personalize this whole process and output for you, which is very important. Because otherwise, if you don't personalize it, this AI will do same thing for everybody, and output will become very generic. It's not then, as we see from LeadWalnut, it's not a LeadWalnut process. It looks like, a very generic process, which AI-driven process, and the quality can be questioned there. So we try to personalize, customize as much as possible. So you provide these inputs, run this process, and this is the output we want. And very interesting, another aspect we have not filled this still, feedback. So every time people run it, there'll be some feedback. Oh, I'm not getting this. So we analyze it. What are the repeated problems coming in this? And we come and give feedback here. And next time when this runs, it takes care of that. Oh, this feedback was given. There is a problem. I need to correct it. And the system corrects itself in the next round. So instead of every time going back and changing the process, what we do is we say, give a feedback here. And then we decide which feedback is important and which needs to be corrected and correct that. Okay. So that is why now you see how much time it takes and experience it takes to build this. Because if this is not built right, your output is not going to be correct. Your output is going to be very hollow, not meaningful output of what you are looking at. So we need to invest time on this. Creating this file first. At LeadWalnut, we insist this should be signed off first. Before you do, even if you touch any agents or AI enablement, this should be signed off by a committee, a joint committee. This should be signed off first. But this is the main crux. This is the main heart of the whole process. If this goes wrong, your output is not going to be, nobody's going to trust your output, believe your output. You can't show it to clients. Right? So we sign off. Every process we create this, and everybody's, there is a relevant team members sign off on this. And this takes time. I think this took us at least 2 to 3 weeks. Because what we do, we keep running POC. We create this, okay, run. Okay, we are not happy output. Let's make changes. Okay, run again, proof of concept, runs again. So we have, till we reach a state when we are comfortable. So that takes some time. But once set up, now it is set up. Now yesterday in the client call, I just ran it. They were so impressed to see that. I just ran it. In the call, half an hour call, I ran this report for client category and showed it to them. Because now the process is set. It's as I told you, it's a reusable component. Right? So this is the very critical part any agent you build. And any algorithm come, anything else come, you have to keep coming back and keep changing this. But it is a very fast process. It will change automatically. You just update it. It will start reflecting from next report on. All right. So let's see. Let's now go back. We'll go back and see how we use this now and in real scenario. Right. So that's what you have written. Structured input, process, output, feedback, guardrails. Very important. Human in the loop. Human may be required 10%, 20%, whatever it is, but that's from the most critical part of this process. Right? Okay, let's go and run this now. What we will do now is we'll run this. So I'm going to run this report. We'll show in the download folder. I've just save the report on the download folder. So I said run content coverage analysis based on the attached. So we have, as I said, we have created a reusable MD file or a skill attached. That's all what you have to say now, nothing else. And I need to attach that file. Let's attach that skill, whatever we have created, reusable. Anybody, team member, anybody can use it. This is the file. We can convert into easily any skill, any Excel into MD file. That's easy. Now I have attached that input-output process. That's all. And what it's going to do, it's going to run, and whatever inputs, it's going to ask me some input now. Let's do that, and then in the background, it will keep running. Then we can move on to the next one by the time it runs. So it is going to ask us some inputs. Just give it a yeah. So it is asking. See, we have seen that it was asking some inputs. So it is same inputs now it is putting here because it was there part of our skill. So let us provide these inputs quickly. So I'll say my website URL is www. So this is my client, one of the clients. This is my primary website. Category. So which category? I'll say, okay. So for my client, this is a very important category. OT security is a very important category. Competitors. Yeah, I'm giving my competitors, who are the key competitors for my client. I mean, you can give any you want. I've just given some main. Any secondary, you can give any secondary also if you want. I mean, I'll say you decide. That's okay. You can also say that you decide. I don't want to give any. That's fine. So very basic inputs have been given now. Right? Now, run it. All right. Now let it run. We'll go back. It'll take some time to run it. We can come back and check that. All right. Okay. Let's go back now by the time it's running. Yeah. All right. So let it run. Now let us, yeah, just give me a minute. Sorry. Yeah, so this is what I showed you, content coverage analysis. That's what I have run just now. It's just, shown in the slide here, right? Yeah, this is what the inputs you have to give. Then what it does is, now this is all process it running. Crawl, classify, map, compare. This is all the intelligence has been built in the process. So a lot of guardrails have been put. It's not that it's just doing by itself whatever needs to be done. And then finally we have, as you saw, I showed you, we have given the output, what output we want, and it's going to give us that output. What output? Yeah. So let it run. It's running there. We'll go back and check after some time. In the meantime, let's go to the next one. Okay, we have come with, this is a question around about this demo itself. Okay, so we'll have to skip that. Yeah, it keeps asking sometime access and all that. So we'll come back to that question because there'll be some question asked around this. Once we see the report, then we can cover that question. So in the meantime, we go to the next one while it is running. So this is the next live use case which we are going to run now. This is called QBR deck, right? Now that's complicated. It has to fetch data from a lot of places. It can fetch, right? Your executive summary, your GFO, HF. You can give access to your sheets also if you're maintaining some data in your Excel sheets and all that. It can fetch data from anywhere. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to run this now. Now, interesting, I'm going to show you also the use case of that. We saw one skill, dispatch, what Claude has. So how that works, the dispatch thing, right? We have written here. So what we're going to do is, maybe you're not able to see that, but I'm going to, so dispatch is the functionality which helps you to generate insight and get data while on the go. When I say on the go, your laptop is left is in the office. You are driving the car, right? And somebody say, I need this report or a QBR deck, guys, in next 1 hour. Oh, what do I do? One is I'm on the road. That itself is a big challenge. Other is it possible to give in 1 hour QBR deck? Well, it's possible. It's very much possible. Okay, so what we're going to do? What I'm going to do on my mobile, now I'm going to my mobile, and I'm going to give a instruction here. So I'm on mobile now. So I'm driving the car. I cannot type also. So I'm going to talk only, right? So just give me a minute. It's not taking that. Yeah. So, okay, help me create a QBR deck for my client Fortinet for the time period January to May end 2026. Go to all the connected tools, get the fetch data from Ahrefs and Bright Edge. Also look at some of that, in my drive, there are Excel tracker for 2026, Fortinet, whichever are available. There's a lot of data there. Fetch the data from there as well, right? And make sure it also covers the full spectrum around rankings, traffic, LLM visibility, conversions, competition analysis, where we are, and all that. Create at the maximum a 15 slide deck. Most 15 slide decks are more than enough, right? And tell us from that, summarize it in the end, how Fortinet has done in this last 5 months, January to May. Right? That's what I need. So please run this and create a QBR deck. Thank you. All right. So you hear that? I'm driving. I gave some, you can give whatever you want, but I gave some instructions on my mobile, right? On Claude was, I had downloaded the Claude app there and I gave the instructions. So, right now, let's go back. Let's see if we need anything. Yeah, this report is still running. Yeah, so it will start. It has not started the work, so it will now at the background, it will run on your laptop. So the important thing here is your laptop should be open. Still, it is working there on the mobile. I can see that. It has to still work. Then we can see some movement here. The laptop is lying in your office or at your home. It should be, right? But it will start running that. And by the time you reach office or wherever the laptop is ready, that's the beauty of it. Right? You were driving, 1 hour you reach and your report is ready by the time you reach and you can share with people. So we'll see that. Let it run. That also takes little time. Let it run. In the meanwhile, let's see if it has done some work on the content coverage. Oh yeah, it's taking a little time there as well. Yeah, we can run all the 3 demos. So by the time we come, all will be ready. So let's go back, let it run. It's still running. And okay, let me go back and yeah. Adjustments. It is asking some question there. I'm just answering that. Right. All right. So now going back to our deck. Now we'll come to this question once it is run. Now the third use case, what we are going to run today, as I said, we all do a lot of team meetings, right? A lot of team meetings, we all do that, right? How do we ensure we are getting good insights and we are improving the quality of our meeting where everybody is learning, we are, discussing something which can help delight clients and so on based on your requirement, right? Right? So how do we do that? So now let's go back, Claude again. See if it's asking anything. No. All right. So if you can read that, I ran it yesterday. So I just want to, I will not run that because it takes time, but I ran it yesterday. You can schedule it. Every Monday, it can be on your inbox. That's the whole idea. I can run again there. But you can see here, I said, go to my Gmail and collect the last 8 weeks of meeting notes from this meeting. This is the meeting which we run weekly with the team, LeadWalnut SEO Vision. This is what we do every week. Last 8 weeks, fetch the data, which happens every Wednesday, and share the following. You can ask whatever you want, which is relevant to those meetings. I said meeting approach, content and coverage compared with LeadWalnut, what LeadWalnut does for its clients. Is it really, we are discussing the right things? Are the meetings helping improve team capability? Strengths and improvement areas of the team member participating in the meeting, right? Keep it brief, but powerful insights. Now this, you can schedule it that keep looking at last 2 weeks meeting, 3 weeks meeting, and keep giving me the output, right? So let's say what it has given, because I ran it yesterday. Yeah, so it has given me some insights here. Let's look at it, what insights it has given. Oh, it has given MD file. Okay, please. Okay, it has created a MD file. Please give me the report in Google Doc and PDF. I mean, it's so simple. You just run a query and you can get whatever you want. Now you see here, dispatch now. Our deck has come here. It has started running now. It is running on the, though I gave the instruction on the mobile, now you can see something is happening here. This is what it is. Right? It's working. So some process is happening, right? You can see that. And content coverage, yeah, it's still running. And still running. And scheduled, which we have done, team meeting. Yeah, we just want in the PDF format to get the data. I'll just take a minute here to run it. So all three are parallelly running right now. Yep. And I'm just seeing if there is any dependencies here. Because sometimes it may ask, every time it may ask you some approvals and all in between. So, right. And okay. I think it has now created. Okay, it's still creating that. Just still building that. Let's see, let's go back. Is there any hole between? Is there any further? We can go back and check. Now, this is the question which we will come back. Yeah, let's in the meantime, while it is running, why don't we look at this? After today, what's the first thing you will automate? Okay, let's go back and look at the code. Let's do that while reports are running. Yeah, after today, what's the first thing you will automate? Right? I'm just looking at the mobile, the reports is running. Right. Right, yeah. So yeah, based on your requirement, yeah, you can definitely run. I mean, much more you can run, but yeah, we have listed few of them. You can do much more with this based on what you need. Right. So great. Thanks. Now let's go back again and check where we are. Still running. Still running. Yeah, what we can do, it is taking little time. We can take a couple of questions. I think what we can do, we can take a couple of questions in the meantime because it's taking a little while. Yeah, Matthew, do we have, Matthew, can we just get some questions in the meantime?
Yes, Ajay.
Yeah.
We have one question from Pallavi.
Okay.
So she has asked, can Claude help me in GMB profile AI visibility and how?
GMB profile, what is, sorry, you mean Google My Business?
Yeah, Google My Business profile AI visibility and how?
Yeah. Yeah, GMB visibility in the sense you want to see, what's happening, how many views, how many people, going to your profile, GMB profile. I'm sure. So how it is possible is, okay. First of all, here, I think reports are ready. We'll come back. See, there are connectors here. So what we'll have to do is you'll have to connect the GMB first of all here. Your account, see, we have connected here. Gmail, Google Drive, Web4. So like that, we have to come and connect your GMB Google My Business account here, first of all. And once you do that, you can fetch any data from there. So give me insights, what people are talking, positive reviews, negative reviews, how many reviews came this time, how many people asked for directions, how many people called. You can get a lot of insights once it's connected there. Then you can just write as a human, simple English, you can write here what you want, right? And your AI visibility, absolutely, you can get. I'll show you some reports we are running here, how it generates AI visibility. You will know how you are doing against the competition in LLMs, in AI overview. All that can be done because now you're connected to the tools. If you look at it, Ahrefs, you can do to SCMrush, anywhere, whichever tools. So it can fetch the data from there and gives you, where do you stand in terms of your AI visibility. It's all possible. Yes. Does it answer the question?
Okay, yeah, she has texted back writing yes.
Okay, great. Okay, I think we have some report here. I would rather first 1 minute. I want to finish that first. Yeah, I think we have 2 reports ready. Let's spend that first, then we come to the question. So content coverage, which we did, let's open that. Right. See, the report has come based on the output we have provided. We said Fortinet, we want on the OT security category, right? That's what our ask was, correct? So it is telling you there are on Fortinet side, there are 28 URLs which belongs to OT security. And you have a great, you have 85% coverage, which is great. And how is your content distributed across Tofu, Mofu, Bofu, and LLM? Right? How is it distributed? And how you are doing against the competition coverage, right? And so on. Then it also tells you what are the major risk you have, what are the strengths, what are the weaknesses. And then against Tofu, Mofu, Bofu, we say this is the target. 40%, you should have 45% of your content around this, 30% in Mofu, 50% Bofu, 10%, and where you are against that. So it looks like you have too much content on Bofu side, 32%. Whereas Mofu is less, LLM is less. So too much content, okay, it's good to have, too much content, that's fine. But it just say if this is the ideal ratio and where you are and where are the gaps, right? And then it gives you an inventory of all. We saw there are 28 pages. It tells you what are the 28 pages and how I have configured it, which are Bofu, which are Tofu, which are Mofu, and which is LLM, which align with that. So these are all because we have set up such process and input, it has given that output. Then it tells you gap. Now this is the most important part which we have fed in. It has said in OT security, these are the various categories where you need to have the content. That's the most critical part, which AI cannot do itself unless you put your expertise and experience of the domain of the client, right? So how we have given those inputs in the tool, and it has identity. It says OT asset visibility, secure remote access, competition comparison, manufacturing OT, OT threat detection, OT compliance, OT oil and gas, so IoT security, best practices. These are the various categories you need to have content if you want to dominate this. And then it tells you where you are in this, right? Where you are, where is the gap? So clear gap is now identified, where you are doing good, where you are not doing good. And then it also tells you against competition landscape, each category, who is leading. So it's a OT asset, Clarity is leading. This one, Cisco is ahead, you are behind. Manufacturing OT, again Cisco is ahead, and so on, right? In different categories. It gives you that. And where is the gap? How you can fill that gap? Some places it is not too much, some places partial, some places you are zero. Right? So you need to build that now. And then towards the end, it summarizes for you the key gaps, major gaps. It gives you both new content as well as content to optimize, both. Because that's what we have set up the process. So this is a very powerful tool now. It's giving you very clear gaps and recommendations. How do you can dominate this category? See, manually it will take too much time to do various tools and all that. It has run in 10-15 minutes. It has given you such great clarity. New content needed, right? For BOFU, for LLM, top 7 OT security vendors you need to create. You don't have, right? So in this category, this you need to do this. In this subcategory, what do you need to do? In this category, what do you need to subcategory? It has divided into subcategories for simplification, right? So this is very powerful. Now you can go back, have clear a backlog, and either optimize or create a new content, and then see how you can dominate this. Right? Very, very powerful report within 10-15 minutes. But not possible, again, I'm saying, through a simple prompt. You can't get this kind of clarity, this kind of detailing through a simple prompt. You cannot get that. It will give you very generic output. So this is very specific to now OT security and all that. With AI, it will be very generic. You will not, that's where people start losing interest, because they start getting very generic outputs, right? So great. Now let's go back, and there was some question around that. Let's take that. Yeah, this was a question. So why don't we just take this question? So this also will come there in the Maitri?
Yes, Ajit.
Yeah, the gap matrix, what we have now, what I showed you, shows a competitor ranking for BOFU topics you don't cover. What makes that valuable? Then a raw keyword list. Yeah, let's go back and let's answer that. Where is that, Maitri?
Ajay, you need to go and click on the poll. Yeah.
This one?
Yeah.
All right.
Go down. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. The gap matrix, you saw that? Yeah. Let's answer that. What makes the most valuable than raw keyword list? Yeah, I think here, yeah, I wish answer should have been more smarter here. It's a very clear answer here, because other answers are not at all aligning. So yeah, so it definitely you got something, content which can help you to generate pipeline, which is very, very powerful, right? Very powerful. All right, great. Let's see the other one now. Our deck, let's see if it is ready. What we have created a QBR deck. Oh, QBR deck is still not ready. In the meantime, what we can check this team meeting now. Let's open this. Yeah. I mean, I can ask you to again summarize all that. So it says we had asked last 8 weeks, right? So it has said April 8. It has given time, 9-week session, Gemini notes. See, I just give the instruction. It has gone and pulled the data, and who attends all that it has given. Meeting approach, right? So we can read it. So what is it? Let's say summary. Coverage is heavy on tooling and internal enablement, and light on demonstrated client outcome. The notes rarely tie an agent to a measurable client results. The connection tissue between agent live and client so right? So, right? So it gives you some insights here. We can read it. I mean, we can do go into detail, but yeah, it has given some insights to us how it is happening, right? We ask meeting approach, it's given some data. Then we ask the question, are the meeting improving the team capability? It says yes, measurably. The good news, right? Very good news for us to understand, right? 3 drags on the upside. Key person concentration. So the good people are talking here. Recurring rework and slipping deadlines, outcome blindness. So something we have to say, he says, some people, so there is some improvement areas telling. There are some people only talk, everybody should talk. There are some deadlines which are slipping, outcome blindness. So I'm giving you some idea now. I don't want to get into details. So this is not idea to find, any problems, just to find where are we lacking as a team, right? So it gives you again some inputs here. Then we asked team members. So what it has done, you see here, now it has listed how everybody is doing. Now we can read and talk to everybody and say, okay, you need to work on this. This is what you're doing great. Look at these areas. And this is how, as a team, we improve, all of us, right? Right? So, right? Like my 3, process and PM backbone, repository, tracking, email, reps, all that, something like that, right? So everybody, it has given some. So this is the power now, right? And again, give you some well-run, it says, good, well-run, disciplined program that is correctly building LeadWalnut's own services into AI agents and pivoting ahead of the curve in the AI side. So I think we are very heavily discussing about AI in team meetings. That's what it is telling us, which is the right, that's the way we have to move, right? It is measuring client impact, breaking the key person bottleneck, and raising first-time right quality so the team converts strong active into death. This is this is good. So it's a bottom line is that, it gives all of us as a team some positive, we are doing some right things in the meetings, right? So very powerful tool, which we never looked at in the past. Blindly keep running, and it gives us some good areas to look at where we are doing good. It also showed us areas where we all as a team need the improvement. And without, getting into any details, it just fetch all the meeting notes, which it has recorded, which it has saved in my Gmail. From there, it fetched the data, right? Very, very powerful tool to get insights. See the power of it, right? I have, almost 50,000-60,000 mails. This is the smartness of the tool. It knows last 6 weeks, 8 weeks, which meeting notes to refer and which one to pull up, right? Based on the guardrails or the guidance I have given, right? Right. So there was another question here around that. Let's look at that. Yeah, so this we can schedule it as we discussed. Yes, we said this I can say every month or every fortnightly. Please, review my team meetings and then give me this report. So that we keep looking regularly, not, after 6 months and so on, right? So we scheduled it also. So let's look at this now. Go back and let's look at this. Which of this is also a good schedule use case? Right. Let's go back and answer that query. Right. Also a good schedule use case. A one-time committed audit answering a single question, a Monday morning ranking movement digest that fits with no prompt. Okay. Yeah, let's select something. Yep. Yeah, please, others also. No, I'm not seeing much participation here, please. Everybody. Right. I think, yeah. So you can decide what is critical for you. You can decide, what you, in your role, what would you like to see at what frequency? You want to say, I want to see daily, I want to see weekly, I want to see monthly, whatever. Up to you, what is important for your role, right? Which you need to know or which you need to report to anybody or, right? So it's up to you. What do you want? And that you schedule it accordingly. But the advantage also, you can also run it manually anytime you want. Anytime, right? Great. So I think, yeah, so good to see these answers, and yeah, you can decide based on your Now, I think the other report is also ready, our last report. So we said we want QBR deck. See, it is ready, which I gave the instructions from my mobile on the go. Now I've reached my home or office and I need to show it to somebody. Here is the report. Report is ready. Yeah, QBR. My QBR is done for the last 5 months or whatever time you want to put in. Let's go and look at it. It's ready. Right? So as I said, we said January to May, right? It has run the deck. It has created the deck. So what all it has covered? Scorecard, traffic, we said cover traffic, visibility, competition, LLM, somebody was asking, we look at it. LLM AI search visibility, point number 6, backlink authority, campaign highlights, challenges, Q3, next priorities, and all that. This is what you would like to see in QBR deck. Anything else you want, you can ask for it. And if relevant data is available anywhere, it will fetch it. So I'll not go into too much details here. And so it tells you how much is your traffic, visits, DR, and all that. What are the wins? You can see here what are the wins you have and what are the watchouts. GSC impression softened, average position regret, make clicks are down, and so on. Right? Organic traffic. You can see how is your traffic doing over a period of time. Right? So overall, yes, you have improved 0.92. You have improved, though it went down, but overall you have improved your organic traffic. Right? That's what it's telling us. Right? Clicks and positions, the different views, different scenario to look at. Right? Then this is another category. It is just picked up one area, right? And give us continue to drive click engine. So what is driving clicks? It is giving us some keywords here. What is driving clicks for you, right? Which category carries the maximum load in terms of traffic? It's very specific to the client, so don't worry about it. But it tells you which categories are carrying the maximum load or driving the maximum traffic, right? And again, your top 3 grew by 80, or top 3, your keywords on top 3 has grown by 18%. Right? That's great. Great to hear that. Right? And now it compares a little bit with other competitors. Right? It's some competitors it has put. What is the total keyword everybody has? Number 1 rank, traffic, and all. So you see you are almost going number 2 here. Cisco is ahead of you. That's what it's telling you and giving you some time. Right? AI, somebody was asking question. Yeah, it is here. AI, 55% share, growing 15% per month. Right? Right? So we are doing good here, actually. They are doing negative, actually. And Palo Alto is very close to us, and even JetScaler is doing far better. But we are doing positive on AI overviews. Right? Authorities, this is about backlinks and all that, how your backlinks are growing, DR and all that. So this is about backlinks. You can see here, right? This is your little bit of operational metrics. Now you can check that also. It has taken data from so many places. So what did you deliver? So we also want to know operational data. It's not just about metrics. What did we do? We say 483 new prompts tagged, and we created new prompts and put it in Perform. Right? Right? So what did you optimize? All that, right? AI threat detection, we worked on that. Listicles we created. So it's giving you some idea of what kind of work you did at a summary level in this period. Right? Where we need, it's also good. Where we need leadership attention. So there are some areas where we are progressing, not progressing, or some places metrics is not doing good. So it says where do you need the attention. Right? Now, what are the priorities? What should be your priorities for next quarter? Right? Right? How has Fortinet done in? Let me just summarize the thing now. It's a summary. Right? So it's a wins. Number 1, purely security vendor, 50% share, top 3 keyword, 70% click. make clicks down, and some watch outs, branded are quantum security, duplicate content, ticket open, something like that. Net coordinates, structure mode, cyber glossary, brand equity, AI share is material stronger than it was in January. The May dip is recency signal, not a strategic reset, and all that. So it gives you some direction here. Now I could have given a lot more inputs. What do I want? This I want to show you because dispatch, we didn't ask for too many things. But if you're sitting in your office, you can run this report and ask for whatever inputs you want. It can build into the deck, right? But you see the power here from sitting on your car, giving the instructions, and this deck is ready in 15-20 minutes. And this is almost, it has almost data, everything, for what is needed in your leadership presentation, right? Which will take you days to build it. As I can see, you have to go to multiple systems and all that. Now it has fetched from all the various systems. So it's a real data. It's not hallucination here. It has fetched from your data sheets, your mails, Ahrefs. BrightEdge is the tool which is used by our client. That's a powerful tool, another tool which our client used for analytics, right? So, and Profound we use for our LLM optimization. Profound tool, it has fetched data from there, and so on. It's all real data. It's not just any numbers it has been putting. All real data. Very, very powerful report, just built in 10 to 15 minutes. And based on your, so as I said, what you get, what you ask, what you get, right? You clearly ask what you want and how you want, or put some guardrails. I should have asked, give me top 10 keywords, or do a category wise analysis. Tell me in the top categories how I'm doing. I should have asked a lot of other questions. You could have done it. I just didn't ask that, right? I just need to ask, what do I need, right? Great. So let's look at, there was some question around that. Yeah, there's a question here around this report. Manually, how long it would take for you to produce QBR deck for your clients? This kind of deck, I mean, if you have to create it, what do you think? How much time it will take? Yeah, it's a complicated deck. Anything less than week is difficult. Absolutely, I agree. It required a lot of going to different systems. Guys, I encourage a lot more people should just share your inputs. That'd be helpful, right? But the power is you get very powerful data insights within minutes or hours, and it doesn't require days or not weeks, right? That's the power of it. Yeah, maybe sometime, based on the scope and the size, possibly one day, yes, absolutely possible. But it is quite complex. It's quite heavy. Based on what kind of data you have, TBA, possible, one day, of course, right? Great. So almost we are coming to the end of our session. We have seen all the 3 use cases successfully run. And I think, thank you. I think everybody has very actively participated in all the polls and questions. And now a small request, we will just take a few minutes. We request the feedback. What I will do is, it will take just 2 minutes to do that. Please, I'll put it in the chat. Please take a few minutes just to, just give us feedback. See, that always helps us to provide better experience next time, better coverage, take the topics which you want actually, and not take, topics which we think are important, or any other area where you want to focus, or you think you have not done well, you need improvement. That really helps. So I really request everybody just take 2-3 minutes. It's very simple, and just fill the form. That will be very helpful, right? Yeah. And please continue filling, just everybody, and just bring to the session. And people who are there, I mean, as I said, till the end who are there with us. Of course, everybody will get recording, but we will give definitely a bonus whosoever is there and helping us to improve, filling the feedbacks, all that. We will provide one skill free. We'll send you one skill file additionally, free for your support and in filling, taking time to give us the feedback. And also when you get the deck, help us again. There is a Trustpilot link here. Please help us provide your reviews, ratings there as well. That always helps us, right? To get more, definitely brand visibility in the market, that people see more and more, and also gets us some more feedback to us, right? So please do that also, right? If everybody has filled it, we can take some questions, but please fill it. Feedback, again, I'm saying, just help us. And now we can take quickly a few questions. Yeah.
Yes, Ajay. Should I go ahead?
Yes, please go ahead. We can, but please continue filling. Whoever is filling, please continue there. And while we, take this question, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, Ajay. The first question we have is from Ayushi. She wants to know how to use skills feature smartly for a marketing analyst POV.
Marketing analyst point of view.
Yeah.
POV. So can we talk now, or how's it? Can she talk?
Yeah, I'm here. Hi.
Can you just elaborate a little more? What is your expectation, outlook, expectation?
Sure. So I have been hearing this around, that skills in Claude can help you reduce a lot of time in terms of, so what is the job of an analyst, at least in where I am functioning right now? This person collates and pulls data from various sources, and then they sit and analyze. So analytics is something that's still I do understand that we can work around with Claude. However, one of the major blockers that we're facing is pulling out these data from various sources and getting it real time. Now, I'll give you an example also. Okay. For example, I want to host, let's say, a webinar like the one that you're doing right now, and I want to collate a database of people that I already have, but I still want to segment them. Maybe I want to reach out to people who I have not reached out in the past week. And there are certain conditions and filters that we have, like we first finalize them and then we go back to a larger database and try to slice and dice the entire data, creating like a segmented audience database. And then we run campaigns and promotions via different channels. So once even before getting to running these, first thing is this data segmentation bit that I just spoke about. That is one of a major blocker. Secondly, once we have, let's say, conducted a certain campaign, I want to pull out all of these promotions, right, that I did from webinar, maybe via Meta, via WhatsApp, multiple different tools. So pulling off this data, and again, performing a segmentation and analytics on top of that. So this is something that we've been facing a lot of issues in terms of, takes a lot of time, manual hours, and manual thinking to be able to perform these tasks. But I know for sure that Claude can solve for it. So I've been hearing that skills can solve for it. So that's why I use the word over there. But I really want to know from you if you were to solve such a issue.
Yeah. See, any problem, what you're telling. So see, first of all, do you have a a system where are you storing all the customer segmentation?
We do not have a CRM, but we manage most of our data via Excel sheets.
No problem. So somewhere it is there. Yeah, Excel has some data where a lot of people are there, and their information is available in terms of their industries, in terms of their roles, and who has attended. I mean, all data is available, right?
Yeah. We have a data warehouse, and we would write a query to pull out the data. So
we can connect Claude. We can give that access to that Claude, and now you can do whatever, slice and dice, and from there you can start doing slice and dice, and it can help you do that.
Got it. So Cowork itself is the feature that will help me solve this?
Yes. Claude Cowork. You have to connect your sheet. You say, go and have my access to this database or sheet, whatever it is.
Right.
And now tell me how many people are from Bombay. If these many people are from Bombay, how many people are from healthcare industry? Okay, fine. I'll tell you how many are healthcare industry. Even if whatever data you have, it will fetch. If you have their LinkedIn profile, or if you have their industry, it will now. It is smart enough to fetch that. To do it for you.
Got it. So just one last follow-up question. Now, let's say I want to add another question to it. Like you said, how many people in Bombay? I want to add another question to it. Okay, how many people from this database that I haven't reached out, let's say in the last 2 weeks for this particular...
But is that information given somewhere? How system will see? System is...
This data will have to pull out from multiple different sources.
You can do that. You can do that. We have to connect. Again, you have to say, go there. There the information is available. Extract the information where some people have not been reached. So somewhere the information has to be available, right?
Right.
Otherwise, it doesn't know where you have not reached, which you have reached. But if it is in wherever it is available, the whole beauty is it can go to multiple systems and take sense out of it, connect them together, and say, okay, this is the people which have not reached, right?
Got it.
So we can connect. So your different system, whether it's a Sheets, whether it's Google Drive, whether it's or PDF, or wherever your data is lying, right? Or in any other system, local system, we give access to that and give and then run queries on that. It will do that. Absolutely.
Noted. Got it. Thank you so much for answering my question.
Yeah. Right. Great. Good question. Yeah. All right.
Okay, so we have a few more questions. So there's a question asked by SDS Leisure. They have mentioned that you mentioned we can connect Ahrefs, Hotjar tools like that with Claude. What automation it will help me with?
Okay. See, this is all automated, right? All the data, what you saw this is what automation is. It is fetching automatically from Ahrefs. Where is the data coming from? You saw a lot of traffic, keywords, visibility, all that. Where is it coming from? It is all coming from Ahrefs and other sheets. Of course, multiple areas it is coming. Bright Edge and on, we have given multiple, we have internal sheets. So it is fetching data from multiple sources, and Ahrefs is also one of the sources where information is available. But what it is able to do is we are able to articulate, manipulate the data, slice, dice, present in different formats, which is not easy because Ahrefs will show you in certain format, but I want in a different format. I want to see trend lines. I want to see data source is Ahrefs. That's the automation here. And same for Hotjar. If I connect to Hotjar, now I'll say Hotjar, Claude may, I'll write instruction, go on this page, run this query on Hotjar, do the analysis, right? Do the conversion analysis. That's what Hotjar does, the customer journey analysis. So I'll give a page, do my customer journey analysis, and tell me where users are all dropping. That's the automation here. Now you don't need to do anything. Hotjar will do its job. Go to that page and tell you on this section, 40% people are dropping. That's the automation. Which otherwise, what you have to do, you have to go access first, open the Hotjar, go there, go find your page, okay, configure it, Hotjar will run, you have to go read the report. Here, this all done in one shot in 10 minutes and give you insights also, far more insights also it will give. That's automation. Does it answer the question?
Yes, Ajay. So there's also one more follow-up question from them. They have mentioned, so we need to connect our Gmail with Cowork to schedule these automated reports. I think they're talking about the schedule demo. Where will these reports land on my Gmail inbox?
No, these reports will not landing on your Gmail. This week you will store in your local database. See, like this, you can store it. You can tell system where you want to store it. See, I picked up some reports, right? If you saw, I picked up. So it is coming on my local systems. It's storing here. I showed you this coverage analysis, right? Audits, all that. You can give the folder. So these reports will get generated. You can give a folder. I want to share it here. You can create a folder in your local system. It will go and store. Or see, the beauty here is you can say, no, I want a Google Drive. It will create a Google Drive link for you. You can save in your Google Drive file. Whether it's a PPT, whether it's a PDF, Word file, whatever you want. So how you want to store it, you decide and it will store the information there. the report, the final report, and which format you want, that also you tell based on your requirement, what the format you want, where you want to store it. Right? So some reports like this, like this and all, they will go to directly to the Google Drive. See that? See, that's what I showed you, right? It has directly gone and stored in the Google Drive now. Because I asked for it, please store it in my Google Drive. Now it is permanently stored in my Google Drive, and I can go anytime and fetch it now. This here, right? This is the report we generated. Right? So it's very, very simple, but it's very powerful, and do help you to simplify tasks and do whatever you need. All right? Does it help? Does it answer the question?
Yeah, Ajay, they have mentioned okay.
Yeah. All right. I hope everybody has filled the feedback form. Okay, we can take, I think, just keeping time in mind, let's take one more question.
Yeah, there is one more question from Arpan Goenka. He has mentioned, can we do SEO via Claude?
Absolutely. This all tasks which we showed you, QBR deck, the content coverage. When you say SEO, yeah, okay, let's talk very specific. In the last, I don't know, you attended our last week workshop when we ran 3 weeks back. Every 3 weeks we run these workshops. There we showed how to create content, well optimized SEO, LLM, AI optimized content using Claude Cowork. We showed that. We have a skill file for that. Why don't we share with him, Maitri?
Yeah, Ajay.
Please make sure we share that previous file with him.
Sure.
And that also has 2 features, that file, the skill what we have created, content creation and content optimization, both. I mean, that's what the main task. There are a lot of other tasks, no doubt, in SEO, but those are the 2 important tasks you do in SEO. And we have created a skill and agent for that. And in fact, you can do all your whole, as I mentioned in the beginning, all your SEO workflow can be automated using this Claude Cowork, starting from keyword research, topic identification, competition analysis, content creation, content optimization, backlink, identifying the referring domains, right? And doing some audit on your backlinks, conversion analysis. We saw Hotjar and all that. Conversion analysis, analytics, which is a bigger part of SEO or GEO, any sort of analytics, dashboard, reporting. That's what we do in SEO GEO. So it can do end-to-end, everything for SEO for you, right? Does that answer the question?
Yes, Ajay.
All right. Okay, great. I think maybe the rest of the questions we can take offline and share with them. Yeah. So I hope everybody has filled the feedback form, and really thank you so much, everybody, for joining the session. As we said, we keep conducting this workshop every 3 weeks. So please join, ask your colleagues or any other, friends, team members to join and get if you feel this is really helpful benefit, let others also join and participate. So we look forward to you in the next workshop, which will be coming up. We'll decide the date, and you can find it on our website. You can always go to our website where always sorry, not this one. Yeah, so here you can see here always we will always have the latest workshops which are coming up. You can go and register it. It's very easy to find. So please do that if you're interested, and we'll be happy to have you on the next session. Right? Thank you so much.